The Stones. They've been together over 20 years. The Stones. They've been through some hard times, but they're still going strong. The Stones. Now you can catch them on Nick at Night. Jeff, Mary, Alec, and Donna. The Stones. The perfect American family.
I'm a goody-goody.
Get a front row seat to the Stones. Watch the Donna Reed Show every night on Nick at Night.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a very special podcast. This is the podcast in which we talk about all of your favorite series from yesteryear, and then discuss them over a glass of wine. I'm Patrick M. Dunn. You probably remember me from the previous 75 episodes, and I'm joined here by Kat Halstead, the author.
Hello, everybody.
She sounded very hesitant right there.
I usually get an as always. So I was kind of like thrown. I'm like, wait, what is Patrick doing? This is not normal. He's throwing me off.
Sometimes I go off script.
You gotta warn me when you're going to do that. Gosh.
It's just words that enter my mind at the moment, so deal with it. The deal with it gif with like the sunglasses come down.
Deal with it.
But tonight we'll be going back in time. We are turning back time.
I could turn back time.
Speaking of, did you see... I didn't plan on watching this, but I was on Twitter yesterday and I saw a post from Julie Chen, and she was dressed up in that like Cher goes to the Academy Awards in 1990s garb. Did you see that tweet?
I didn't. I missed that tweet.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, why? What and where in carnations is Julie Chen doing? And then like the message underneath said like, today Cher will be on The Talk. So I was like, oh, okay. So curiosity got the best of me, and I fired up the old CBS All Access app and watched The Talk. And I have so many feelings, emotions. There's like a fire burning, a rage inside of me. I don't know. So much happened.
Just from one episode of The Talk.
And I didn't even get through the whole episode. I watched 15 minutes, and that was enough for me.
That's all you got through? Oh my god.
So the episode opened, and it was a black screen. And they did like quick takes. You saw like Cher through the years. And it was all like her like CBS era stuff. Like, I don't know, whatever her variety shows are.
The Sonny and Cher show, the Cher show, or whatever it was.
Yeah, like the 47 different versions they had of that. Mm-hmm. But then it cuts to an all black screen. You can't see anything. It's complete darkness. And you hear an announcer comes on. But it's not like a modern day announcer. It's like 1966 CBS announcer voice.
Okay.
And he's like, ladies and gentlemen, Cher. And then like a light flicks on and you only see her face, but they're using some kind of like old-timey filter, but it's definitely modern day Cher. It's like today Cher. And then the whole set lights up and it's The Talk set. It's CBS. And the audience is fucking losing it. They are exploding. There's clapping. There's like 300 women in the audience, 2 gay guys that are fucking besides themselves.
It's Cher. How else are you supposed to react?
Exactly. Like that's what I'm not mad at.
Like, I freaked out when I saw Cher.
She then walks over to the table, and they're all there. Julie is dressed up as Cher, like at the Academy Awards. You know that like long headpiece that she wore?
Yes.
Sharon is like the farewell tour version of Cher, like the white outfit.
Okay.
Sarah Gilbert is like Sonny and Cher era, like the hippie era. She has the long straight hair, and they all have like stage names. So like she's like Shara Gilbert.
Oh god, they're so cheesy.
Aisha Taylor is Aisha Taylor, and she's like the Jackson 5 era one, where she has like an afro.
Okay.
And the best. I'm saving the best for last.
Oh god.
Cher, old Underwood, is, if I could turn back time, Cher, she's wearing that, like, butt suit. And they tried to, like, settle the audience down, but they were just going nuts. They would not stop clapping. They would not stop applauding. And you can tell that they were getting uncomfortable. Like, even Cher was starting to look uncomfortable. Like, Julie was, like, trying to calm the audience down. They were probably, like, flashing, the sit-down light, like, quiet, but nobody was paying attention.
Oh, my goodness.
Charlotte Underwood is shooting daggers at the audience, like, with her eyes. And she's, like, shushing everybody, and they're, like, showing her, and I was like, oh, my God.
That is hilarious.
Yes. So that's how I ended my night last night.
Oh my. I don't even remember how I ended my night last night.
I know this is a daytime show, but I watched it at night.
Well, it happens.
I had to see what this hoopla was all about.
Yeah.
And then it only went further downhill from there. They did, like, imitations. They had people, like, imitate her. They did, like, some stupid guessing game where they, like, spinned a wheel. I don't like, you have?
Yeah, that's kind of what they do at The Talk, is they do these wacky little games. They don't get as, like, psycho crazy as, like, the ladies at The View.
They're not, like, biting each other.
Yeah. They're, like, all really friendly. They have fun.
This is, like, a safe bet. You're not going to get, like, controversy on the set of The Talk.
Yeah.
I mean, you might see Cheryl Underwood's, like, butt cheek, but...
I think all the controversy left with Leah Remini.
Yes. Shout out to Leah Remini.
So.
Yeah, so I just had to get that off my chest. We just had to, like, cruise into the podcast with it. I don't know why.
Alrighty then.
So what are we doing today? What fine television series are we doing?
Today we are traveling back in time before the era of Cher. We are going to a time when ladies did housework in skirts, high heels, and pearls with perfect hair. Or at least that's the way TV made it seem.
Yes. Dinner was ready by 4. You sewed clothes.
Yeah. We are going back to the days of Donna Reed.
Yes. And we are going to do a season 3 episode.
Yes, season 3, episode 37.
And it's called The Mustache.
Mustache.
I was trying to find an episode of this to watch, and I was just flipping through all the episode titles, and for some reason this one stood out. So then I was like, ooh, The Mustache. I was like, what's this about? And can I read the summary?
Yes, please read the summary.
All right. Alex comes home from a hunting trip with a beard, and much to Donna's dismay, he decides to get it shaved into a mustache. And that's it.
That's pretty much, yeah, that's like the whole episode.
There's no, like, hidden agendas. There's nothing. It's just he comes home from a hunting trip. He has like a 2-day hair growth, maybe at the most.
Yeah, it's not that much. Like, they say he was gone a week, and it looks like maybe he didn't shave for like 2 days.
What's the name of the actor that plays the dad?
Carl Betts.
Okay.
Ben.
So they probably told Carl, like, you know what? We're doing this storyline where you come home from a hunting trip. You're going to have a beard. And they probably told him like 2 days before.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh shit, is that going to be enough time to like grow a beard? And they're like, oh, don't worry about it. Like whatever stubble comes out in the next 48 hours, we'll just roll with it.
It just didn't look like that much. I don't know if maybe it's because it was black and white, or he wasn't a very hairy guy. I don't know.
It reminded me of, like a hobo beard.
Yes.
Like he should have like a brindle stick over his shoulder.
Honestly, I feel like, okay, so my ex, he had really thick, dark facial hair. That would have been like that was for sure 2 days worth of growth on my ex. I'm just like, a week, it should be thicker, right?
Yeah, I would think so. Like it would be scraggly, I think, by that point.
Yeah.
And he had like a great line too, where he was like, "Oh, it felt so great just to not shave for a week. Just me, nature, my facial hair, no razors, just the ducks and I."
Do you think he went camping with the guys from Mr. Ed?
I was thinking that from the glamping episode that we did like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I was just wondering that. Because he didn't catch anything.
No, he even said that he came back and he was like, yeah, I didn't get anything. The ducks got away. So it was probably just like a total like bro hangout thing. They probably brought beers.
Yeah, it was probably just like, you know what they did? They get the cabin. They rent this cabin or whatever. Somebody has it. They sit around drinking beer. They might get up like a couple times and go out and try to hunt duck. But really, they just like sit around watching porn or whatever.
Yeah, they're just like polishing their guns. Looking at like Playboys. Did they have Playboys in 1961?
I think so.
Was Hugh Hefner a multi-millionaire Playboy by then? Or no, they must have had something like
they had the magazine, I think.
Like those little like trading cards, like the plane.
Yeah,
like
they had they didn't have like what you could access today, but they had stuff.
And you probably saw like belly buttons,
Yeah.
lingerie. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, the first issue of Playboy magazine came out in 1953.
Oh, so he might have had it.
October 1st, 1953.
They probably had like the, are you a Marilyn or are you a Jackie? Like cover girl spread.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Like a blonde and a brunette.
Mm-hmm.
What Alex? He was probably like, you know what? I have a blonde at home. He's like, I'm totally gonna go with the brunette this week. You know, I'm away. When I go out behind the bush,
Yeah, let's check out the brunette.
lull myself to sleep.
We are terrible people.
Hey, it's camping in the 60s.
And he didn't bring Donna with him, so there was no fine china, no table set up, or any of that mess.
So before we get into the episode, before we get like really in depth, I think we should talk about what was on the same night as the Donna Reed Show. What do you think?
Okay, yeah, tell me what else was on this night.
All right, so it all happened on a Thursday. It was Thursday, June 1st, 1961.
Okay.
All right, so I only have a little bit. There's definitely some blanks in the schedule, but I'll definitely get up what I can. So
Okay.
I'll start with ABC because this was first in my list. So things kick off at 8 p.m. with the Donna Reed Show, the show we are about to lovingly discuss.
Dive into.
At 8:30, I don't know. Blank slot. Who knows? But at 9 p.m., the Fred McMurray William Frawley comedy drama, My Three Sons.
Okay.
Which I guess ran for a long ass time.
Yes, I think we've been over that before.
I actually got the numbers this time now.
You got the numbers this time?
380 episodes produced.
Wow.
It's currently television's second longest running live action sitcom.
What's the first?
The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet.
Ozzie and Harriet.
It's also tied with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia as having like the most number of seasons of a show, though.
Most number of seasons. Okay.
Which is 12 as of right now. But I think It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia will crush that after this year.
Yeah, but it probably doesn't have nearly as many episodes.
No, they do like cable seasons, so it's like 10 episodes a year. So there's only like 120 episodes, if even that.
Okay.
All right, are you ready for what was on at 9:30?
Tell me.
The Untouchables.
Starring Robert Stack?
Yes, Robert Stack, who played Elliot Ness in this, and he went on to star in our favorite show, insert creepy music here, Unsolved Mysteries.
Unsolved Mysteries. Ah!
So this was a show that was a fictionalized retelling of Elliot Ness's adventures in 1930s Chicago fighting the mob.
Yes.
And there's a little bit of controversy following this show. Did you know that?
I did not.
Did you know that Frank Sinatra, Old Blue Eyes himself, tried to sue the producers of the show?
What? For what?
He stated the show promoted negative stereotypes of Italian Americans as mobsters and gangsters.
Sinatra would mess himself these days if he saw half the stuff that gets produced.
I know, he would have gasped if he saw The Sopranos. He would have just like fainted.
For real.
Donna Reed would have had to pull out a fainting couch for him.
Okay.
And, all right, we're going to move over to CBS now. There is only one thing on this night from what I can tell. The Summer Sports Spectacular.
The Summer Sports Spectacular?
Yeah, I guess it was an ongoing series that focused on a different sport each week, and it featured bevies of famous athletes of that era.
Okay.
So I guess, like, I don't know, it was the summer, so they probably had, like, swimming athletes on.
Swimming, baseball, track.
Like guys and girls and Speedos. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Like the like Olympic type things, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Summer Olympic stuff. Okay.
All right, now we're going to cruise on over to NBC.
All right, what did NBC give us?
I can only find two things that were on that night. So at 8:30, something called Bat Masterson.
Okay.
It's an American Western television series which showed a fictionalized account of the real-life Marshall, Gambler, and Dandy. Whatever a dandy is.
Okay.
Yeah, meh. That's all I have to say.
Okay, then.
And at 9, Wild Times we're about to have, because we're going to be hanging out with The Bachelor Father.
The Bachelor Father.
And The Bachelor Father follows the adventures of Bentley Gregg, a wealthy bachelor attorney living in Bev Hills. And he assumes the responsibility of raising his niece after her parents died in a wreck.
Of course.
I think I just came.
Oh my god, Patrick.
I feel like there's a lot of shows like that.
The Bachelor Dad. I don't know why I keep saying it like that. What is wrong with me?
Shout out to The Bachelor Dad.
Well, you know what? Did you watch that, like, NBC retrospective thing they just did, like, a couple weeks ago?
No. What is that?
It was like this, was it 70 years of NBC or something? 80, 90, something stupid like that? No, it couldn't be 90.
90? Well, they count radio too, I imagine. Right?
Yeah, I think so. But, like, they pretty much ignored, like, anything they had on in the 50s and 60s and didn't really start, like, talking about their, like, hit TV programming until, like, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. They totally ignored daytime. It was, like, a total mess.
They just jumped right over Bachelor Dad.
They just skipped straight to Cosby. And all of Twitter is like, oh, train wreck.
Pre-Cosby is non-existent.
Pretty much.
Not even, like, Different Strokes? Wasn't that NBC, I think?
It was.
I feel like it was.
It was, because they had, like, a couple Different Strokes shout out.
Okay, we got a little shout out to Arnold.
Like, the one cast member who's still alive.
Todd Bridges. And he, like, still tweets all the time. He always tweets pictures of, like, him as a child with, like, Dana Plato and Gary Coleman. It's like, dude.
So creepy.
It's like, dude, move on. Find something new. Find a new project.
Oh my gosh.
Like, we're over you.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him. Maybe we could probably get him on here, too.
Probably. If we actually, like, attempted, we could probably get all kinds of guests.
We almost got Jeremy Miller's wife, was it? Fiance?
Hi, if you're still listening, just ignore Patrick's ramblings.
We might have to reach out to her again. Maybe see if she's still out there. See if she's ready to fill us in on the trying times post Alan Thicke death.
Oh, I want to think about that. It was hard enough watching a Growing Pains episode the other day.
Maybe she'll have some, like, touch and tale of the funeral.
Like, it was really hard to watch a Growing Pains rerun because I found them.
Where are they?
On Up TV.
Ooh, Up TV. Shout out to them.
Yeah, it does. They do the episodes of My Two Dads for like an hour, so they do 2 episodes of that, and then they do 2 episodes of Growing Pains.
Oh yeah, we just talked about that like 2 episodes ago on the podcast, and you said you were going to find this channel, and apparently you did.
I did, and then like one morning I couldn't sleep, and I was like on my computer, so I was pulling up the TV channels. I saw that My Two Dads was on, so I put it on. It was the last episode of My Two Dads. It's like the series finale. So I set a series recording to start recording them the next day. So like I've been watching it in order.
Because it would switch over to the first ep. So are you in that world now? It's like,
yeah, I've been watching it every day. Like it holds up pretty well.
So question, you sent me an angry tweet. Emma Samms is not in the pilot?
No, she is not.
So is there a mom in the pilot?
No.
All right, so maybe this is like a pre-pilot pilot.
Like I think it is there might be like maybe a dream episode or something.
Oh, yeah, like later on down the line.
Or something.
They flash back.
Yeah. When I get there, I will let you know.
Like she was not busy on like Falcon Crest one day. What was she on, Falcon Crest?
Falcon Crest, General Hospital.
Okay. She had like a free moment. She's like, fine, I'll do this. Whatever, Greg Evigan.
Well, I was just watching a Hallmark movie the other day, and she was just like a special guest star in it. She did like one scene.
They put her name in the title, though, I bet, right? Like in the opening title credits.
She had like the Emma Samms, a special guest star. I'm like, how are you a special guest star in a made-for-TV movie?
And her like name's in glitter.
Yeah, it's like bigger than everybody else. I'm like, what? I'm like. Yeah. It's one of those things like when you're the guest star in like a miniseries, and the miniseries is like 3 episodes long, and you're in all 3 episodes. I'm like, how are you a guest star?
That's what happens when you are on like an Aaron Spelling show for so many years. It just gets to your head.
And you're Heather Locklear?
Yes. Or like even when Luke
Special guest star.
Even when Luke Perry came back to 90210, he's like, I will only do it if I can like get the special guest star credit in every episode. Dude, you're in the main cast.
Well, he doesn't have that on Riverdale.
Yeah. He does not get that on there?
No, he's not. He's been in like every episode though.
No, but does he get the special guest credit?
No.
He's just in the regular name.
Yeah, just Luke Perry as Fred Andrews.
He's an old man now. No one's clamoring for him.
Oh, honey.
People aren't like making zines about Fred Andrews, whatever the hell his name is.
There's some thirst for him.
Whose eye wrinkles are wrinklier?
Shut up.
Fred
Andrews.
What was his name? Fred Andrews? Fred Andrews, or Fred Andrews, who's the other dad on the show?
Jughead's dad, who's played by Skeet Ulrich.
What? What is this show? What is this mess? What is this?
Like it's like really like, oh my god. Like I'm on the edge where I can accept Luke Perry as a father, but then I'm just like, Billy freaking Loomis as a father.
I mean, it's possible.
A freaking Cole Sprouse.
Like the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, Cole Sprouse.
Yeah, he plays Jughead.
Not even both of them? Not even both twins, it's just one?
It's just one.
What? This is like when one of the Olsen twins wanted to branch off, and she was like, she did a season of Weeds.
Yeah, kind of.
She's like, I'm trying to grow as an actress. I'm just gonna like do things that are better than, I don't know, Two of a Kind or something. New York Minute. What was the thing that we did a couple weeks ago?
To grandmother's house we go.
Oh, the shade we are throwing at the Olsen twins. Sorry.
Sorry.
We'll see you soon on a CW drama, I bet.
Oh, I doubt it.
When their fashion empire crumbles.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
I don't know. Like, their fan base will get tired of their overly priced threads, and we'll move on, and just, I don't know, the next spring chicken will pop up at Kohl's, and that's what they'll go for. Like Selena Gomez or something.
Well, I think if they're going to appear on anything, it'll be Fuller House season, like...
The final season. Like, fine.
Michelle will finally, like, drop in for, like, 2 seconds.
She'll get a special guest star, her name in glitter.
And it's just, like, one of them.
There'll be, like, a little animated gif of her walking across the screen. They'll get, like, an emoji of Michelle, like, on the screen next to the name.
Like, by the time that series ends, you'll have to ask, who got more screen time, Danny's wife or Michelle?
Ooh, that would be a trivia question. Like you know those like BuzzFeed trivia questions? And they're easy at first.
Yeah, that are like supposed to be tricky, but really aren't.
Well, they're always easy at first, but then you get to like the last 5 questions and they're pretty tricky. And you're like, oh shit, that is pretty tough.
Well, the best part is when they have the wrong answer as the right one.
Ooh.
And you're just like, assholes at BuzzFeed.
They do that on purpose though.
Yeah, they do.
So you can share the link and be like, these idiots gave the wrong answer. Meanwhile, you're like making money for them.
Yeah.
We're on to BuzzFeed. Don't add us though.
Yeah, okay, BuzzFeed, I got an issue with you anyways. Trying to steal our podcast format.
Ooh. What happened?
This happened, it was like a year and a half ago. Some like snotty girl at BuzzFeed was doing the exact same thing we were doing.
What? Did I know about this? Did I tell you? I've already forgotten.
Like, they were only doing, like, I don't know if she continued doing it. Like, I think she had, like, 3 episodes.
Yeah, there's, like, 4 or 5 other podcasts that do the same thing that we do, but they all stopped, and we're still going. So, fuck you guys. There's one that's actually called, like, a very special episode, and they haven't done anything since, like, 2014, maybe?
Yeah.
So it makes me feel good. So they're going to come back one day, and they're going to have to deal with us.
Oh, well. We've got over 75 episodes.
We have a pantheon of episodes. We're almost ready for, like, a best of DVD that you will buy in between those, like, reruns of the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson on, like, MeTV. All right, shall we get into the episode?
Yeah, we might as well.
Although we are getting, like, applause for, like, not talking about the topic. I believe Ryan, our fan, said, like, in the...
One of our Katie Pats?
Yeah, one of our Katie Pats, Ryan, who... It was the Wonder Years episode, right? Where he's like, you...
Yeah, it was the Wonder Years.
Went, like, 30 minutes without even saying the word Wonder Years.
He's like, I enjoyed that. I was like, okay, I'm glad you guys like our banter.
All right, so how does this mess begin? I think we already started it, kind of, but...
Donna's at home with the kids.
What's the name of the daughter? The daughter's name is Mary?
Mary. Played by Shelley Fabergé. Or Fabergé.
She's on Coach, right?
Yeah, she's on Coach. She plays the Christine on Coach.
So she didn't fizzle out.
No.
She stuck around for a while. Like, I mean, she fizzled out now, but she made it to the 90s.
I think there's a reason you don't see her. Like, she got sick or something. She co-starred in 3 films with Elvis.
Ooh, was she in the Sexy Nun one that Mary Tyler Moore did?
No.
Oh, that would have been great.
That was Jane Elliott, who is on General Hospital.
Okay.
Oh, she had a liver transplant in 2000.
Ooh, okay. So she's struggling, but she's still around, according to Wikipedia that I looked at earlier.
Yeah, she's still alive. Because I remember she was not part of the Coach update that NBC was going to do. And then, like, totally just, like, canceled before it even, like, they produced, like... I was so pissed. I was actually, like, really upset.
That was a dick move. Dick move on NBC's part. I do want to add one thing as an addendum. She is still alive as of this recording because we've had bad luck with this.
I swear to God, Patrick. I swear to God.
We're going to get the tweet tomorrow. It's going to be like, Shelley Fabergé has passed away.
And I feel like I'm pronouncing that wrong. I feel like I'm pronouncing everything wrong, and I'm sorry.
I think it's like Fabares for some reason, but you're saying like Fabergé, like a Fabergé egg.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't think that's exactly it. But I'm sorry.
You're thinking of like something Zsa Zsa Gabor would have in her house, in her mansion.
Shout out to Zsa Zsa, who made it into the Oscar memoriam.
She did make it. Do you know who did not make it, though?
Who?
I forget. I've already forgotten.
Florence Henderson didn't make it.
Oh, she didn't?
No.
There was someone that I knew.
There was a bunch of people who didn't make it.
Well,
but
she wasn't really known for her film work, though.
yeah.
So I can see it.
So there's somewhere you kind of have to go, okay.
Yeah, we can't put everybody in. 2016 was like a horrible year.
2016 took too many people, so we're gonna like have to leave some out.
It's just like, for more names, please go to our website, oscars.com/dead celebs.
So like Donna's at home, like daughter's there, and the son comes in and the son's like all like messed up, like he just got in a fight. His shirt's torn, he's like covered in dirt. Like at first I thought like the son needed to shave.
Yeah, he's all scruffed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like what I kind of thought they were going. Like that was their angle. Like maybe he's a teen now and he doesn't know how to shave, and maybe he has like a mustache and it's like school picture day.
But no, it's like the mother starts like Donna starts chastising him for like, no, you really should take more care about your appearance. You never see your father looking like, and then it comes the dad like not shaven, kind of dirty because he's been out in the woods for like a week.
Yeah, and he's all refreshed. Like he's been off from work for a week.
He hasn't had to deal with sick kids. He's like excited because he missed the dinner party he didn't want to go to.
Yeah, he's in like total back from vacation mode. You know, like when you come back from like Jamaica and you have that little like the hair braids.
Yeah.
He had like the 1961 version of the hair braid, which is like the 7-day scruff.
Yeah, and I would totally get my hair braided if I was in Jamaica because it's the only way my hair would survive.
And you would think he would he said he was like driving for the last like 12 hours. You think he would have like dressed a little more comfortable, but no, he still wore like a dress shirt tucked into his like slacks or whatever they call it. And then he has these like, he has hunting boots on over them though.
Total like TV camping outfit. But he's just so exhausted. Like he can't take off his own shoes.
Yeah, so he's like, oh, I'm so tired, I can't shave my own face. But I'm going to get up and just, like, take a trip down to the local barber.
No, it's like the next day he finally goes to the barber, too.
Is it the next day? He made it seem like it was going to be, like, that moment.
No, it's the next day. Like, he, like, gets dressed. But his hair's still kind of, like, free and loose.
Well, he did have to get a little shave up, so.
Yeah, so he gets to go to the barber to get the shave. Because he's like, oh, I don't want to do it myself. I'm like, how the heck do you shave every day? If like, why do you have to go to the barber? Really, dude?
Well, he was lazy. He didn't want to do it himself because his hands are tied from like holding a gun for 7 days.
And then I kind of thought about it. I'm like, there are times where I don't want to do my own nails. I'd rather go to the salon and have somebody else do them. So, okay.
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of like companionship because it's not like you're just going to like a Supercuts. He's going to like the local barber. It's this guy that he's probably known for years. They're friends. They probably talk about sports. They probably talk about chicks. They probably he has like wise secrets. He's like an old wise man because he's like a little bit older than the dad.
A little.
A lot older than the dad.
Yeah, he had a good 15 years at least.
Well, it looks like it's 15 years, but in like 1960s time, it's probably like 5 years.
Probably.
Everyone ages horribly in the olden days.
Yes, we don't understand it. It's just the way it was. I'm sorry.
I think it's all the smoking.
Unless you're Donna Reed.
Yeah, I think it's all the smoking, though.
Yeah, probably all the smoking.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just feel like people like always smoked in the olden days, like filterless tobacco.
Oh, they didn't have sunscreen.
The red meat. I don't know. They were probably like Donna was probably serving up like red meat every fucking 15 seconds.
None of the stuff we do today.
Garbage everywhere. I don't know. I don't know what the 60s looks like. I wasn't alive.
I wasn't either. I'm only like 2 months older than you, for crying out loud.
Did you see that like article? It was like what America looked like before the EPA came along. That's what I'm picturing. It was just like smokestacks everywhere.
I haven't seen that one. I'm gonna have to like look that up.
They just showed like a picture of like a beautiful little town, and then there was just like a smokestack, like a Springfield nuclear power plant smokestack, and it was just like tons of smoke coming out of it.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't know. That's what I'm picturing in my mind. So shout out to America in the 60s. So the barber's like staring at the dad. What's his Alex? And he's like, ooh, he's like, I like your like week-long stubble. He's like, you should totally keep that. And he's like, no, the wife won't go for it.
There's not enough there to like, it doesn't look good. It's just like a pencil thin mustache. It's not like a Magnum mustache. You know, it's not like a Victor Newman mustache. It's,
Like one you can twirl and like tie a woman down to like train tracks with.
it's not like that, but like there's nothing there. It's just like this thin line. It's like the kind you think of the villainous guy who's like trying to like look evil or something.
It's like Bobby Hill's friend, John Redcord's son on King of the Hill, like that, like
Yes,
thin
it's like
mustache.
Joseph.
Yeah, Joseph, Joseph Gribble.
It's just like this wispy, like teenage boy type mustache on this doctor guy.
Yeah, like he hasn't figured out like how to use a razor yet.
Like you have more going on right now than
Then the dead.
the doctor had, like, at all.
And that's what I'm thinking. They told the actor, like, you have to prepare for this role. Like, you need to have facial hair for this. And he probably had like 2 days to prepare. And he was like, is this enough? And they were like, it'll work.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everyone probably shaved every like 4 hours in the 60s, maybe. It seems like a very shavy time.
Yeah, it's a nice close shave.
It's like, after lunch, you go down, you get a shave,
So-
you work for a little bit, then, it's 6 o'clock rolls around, then you get another shave, then you go home, then you shave when you get home. A lot of shaving going on.
Yeah,
I feel
something crazy and wild like that. Maybe that's why everybody aged.
Yeah, they probably didn't moisturize properly.
They're
either.
just like shaving off their skin at one point.
They probably just put like rubbing alcohol right on their face.
Exactly.
Burned all the skin layers off. Not enough time for the skin to heal, for the skin to breathe. You have to breathe.
Oh, totally.
Meanwhile, this actor's probably like 27 that plays the dad.
Breathe.
We can look it up. How old do you think he is at this time?
Well, let's see.
I'm going to say he was 32 at the time of this episode.
He died at the age of 56.
What? No.
In 1978.
What year was he born? I'll just have to bust out the calculator because you're not doing this right.
He was 40. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense.
Okay, what year did he die?
Okay, I'm confused by like this whole thing.
Okay, so he was 57 when he died. Okay, so 1961 when this episode aired. He was born in what, 1921?
Okay, Wikipedia says he was born in 1921.
He was, 40. He was 40 when this episode was made, so shout out to Over the Hill. So he was like way over the hill at this point.
Yeah.
At this point in life, 1960s.
But you know what? For being 40, he actually looked pretty good.
He did.
Like, he and Donna Reed looked good. Like, he had, like, no facial hair, but...
I think, you know what? I think the facial hair even made him look younger a little bit, too.
Yeah, because it was so wispy that...
It kind of gave him like a hipstery, like a modern-day hipstery look.
Yeah.
He was way ahead of his time. The Arctic Monkeys would love that.
Are they still a thing?
I believe they are. Shout out to them. Tweet us at Very Podcast if you're still a band. All right, so what happens next? I think that's the end, right?
Okay, so... No. So he, like, gets the mustache and he comes home and everybody's like, oh, what is this? They're like... Or, as you said earlier, they are shook
All right.
over this mustache.
No, this is what happens. So he comes home, and I think he sees the son first, Jeffrey, the son, and the son doesn't even notice. He's like, oh, like, after like a 5-minute conversation, he's like, oh, I like your mustache, Dad. And he's like, thanks, son. He's like, someday when you grow up, you'll have your own mustache. And then he's like, boy, I can't wait. And then the daughter comes in the room, and she's like, hey, Dad. And then she, like, does, like, a triple take.
Yeah.
She, like, faints, like, gets back up, gasps again, and then, like, has to, like, crawl out of the room because she's so fucking shook by her dad's mustache. Then Donna comes in the room. She, like, kisses him on the cheek, and she, like, scratches her nose because she felt something, like, brush up against it, but she wasn't sure what it was. And then he's like, oh, I'm thinking I'm going to go out tonight with the guys, but do you think you can, like, pour me, like, a pick-me-up glass of coffee? And she's like, sure. So she, like, starts pouring the coffee into the mug, and he's, like, holding it with his hand. And that's when she sees it. She sees the mustache. And she's fucking shook. Her life is flipped, turned upside down, and she just keeps over-pouring the coffee, and then she fucking burns his hand.
Okay, so here's the deal. When you kiss a guy and they've got, like, brand new facial hair coming in, it is scratchy. Like, it scratches, because it doesn't, like, after a while, like, it'll eventually start to soften up from the natural, like, oils in your skin and stuff. But at first, it's, like, scratchy, and it doesn't feel, like, it'll scratch up and burn your, like, face. Like, if you were making out with a guy who just, like, decided to grow a beard. Trust me.
It's like daggers shooting out of your skin, just like daggers were shooting out of Cheryl Underwood's eyes.
It's like sandpaper. It's like rubbing your skin up against sandpaper.
Donna Reed felt the sandpaper, and she's like, ooh, like, what was that? Like, ooh.
Yeah.
But She is so beside herself, and he's playing it off like, oh, it's just a joke, like Sam the barber, or whatever his name is, just wanted to like see what it looked like, and I kind of dug it for a little bit. He's like, I'll get rid of it tonight, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And then that's when he finds out. So I guess they were supposed to go to like a dinner party, and then he had like the hunting trip.
He thought he got out of this dinner party. He thought he got out of having to like socialize with these people he doesn't like, and the woman who's hosting it moved it for when he got back. So that
She felt bad.
Yeah, she's like, oh no, we want him there. We don't want him missing out. So she pushed her party back.
He must be like the life of the party.
And he's like, oh, crap. He's like, I took this hunting trip to get away from this party.
He's like, fuck, I gotta go.
That is totally the feeling I got.
Now he's like, you know what? Maybe if I keep this mustache, then Donna will go to the party by herself. She will be so embarrassed by me. She won't even bring me. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this mustache. I don't think he explicitly said that, but I think that was his agenda.
Yeah, like he because they start fighting about like everything because of this mustache.
Yeah, like now all these little things are like starting to boil up, like come up from the surface.
Like all these little weird random things they don't like about each other start to like bubble to the surface. He doesn't like this dress on her, or she doesn't like that suit on him.
Yeah, Donna calls him fat at one point. She's like,
oh my gosh.
That suit you wear, like, every time you go out, that suit makes you look fat. And then he's, like, all fucking disturbed by it. And then he's like, oh, yeah, you know that fucking green dress that I got you, like, last Christmas?
They're at their closet wardrobe thing, and they're, like, pulling items out, and they're like, no, that one's awful. I hate that color. I hate that print. She's like, oh, yeah, you hate this one? You bought it for me. You picked it out.
That going back and forth for a few minutes, then they finally run out of clothes, and Donna's like, oh my god, I have nothing to wear now. Like, now I'm gonna have to, like, get a whole new wardrobe.
Yeah, it's like this, like, sad moment. She's, like, near tears.
And then he's like, you know what? I take it back. That green dress, you don't look like Godzilla in it. You look beautiful. You look like a spring rose on a summer's day. I don't know why. That didn't make sense.
But it's just the idea. It's like this cheesy, like, oh, they start making up, but he still has this stupid mustache.
Like, yeah, I guess, like, he said he's going to keep it, like, or he was going to think about getting rid of it.
Like, she agreed to let him keep it. Like, she agreed to stop, like, bitching about it, basically.
Yeah, and so he's like, okay. But he goes in the bathroom, and I don't know, I guess he, like, is sitting on the Epiphany toilet.
Well, he's, like, trying to, like, he shaves off, like, the rest of, like, whatever's grown in.
Oh, yeah, because he's trying to, like, even it out. And he's having trouble. He's, like, going too far on one side, and it's, like, uneven. Jeffrey's in there with him, and he's like, Dad, I think we need to take out the ruler, because I think you fucked this thing up.
So it's just, like, it's gone.
He was very close to having a Hitler.
Yeah, I was, like, really kind of afraid of what, like, was going to show up.
I don't think he can go any further down, like, his upper lip. Otherwise, he's going to look like the Führer.
And it was so square.
You know what? And I don't even know at that point, I don't even know if it was real anymore. I think they used, like, a lip wig, maybe.
Yeah, like the wispiest one they could find.
They had to, like, send an intern, like, 6 towns away to get it.
Like, I think my eyebrows are bushier than his mustache ever was.
Maybe they like, waxed off somebody's eyebrows and, like, used that.
Maybe.
Who has a unibrow in Hollywood?
Like, I just want to wax off his mustache.
That would have been fun to do. I think that should have been the episode. That should have, like, been, like, the final scene.
Yeah, how about we wax off your facial hair?
We should, on the next episode.
We should do that in Vegas.
Yes. On a live episode.
Live video. Cat waxes Pat's facial hair.
A Periscope. Behind the scenes.
Periscope.
Shout out to Periscope. So the episode ends. I guess Donna's downstairs, like, in the kitchen. Where else is she?
Well, they're getting ready to go to the stupid dinner party.
Oh, yeah. She's, like, putting together the last minute things. Like, kind of, like, squeeze an orange juice or something. Who knows? Whatever she's supposed to bring.
Whatever she's, yeah.
A blueberry pie.
Like, whatever the 1961 appetizer du jour was.
Definitely not mozzarella sticks, I don't think.
No. I still have to make those.
But he comes in the room. The dad comes in. And he's like, hello, darling. And then she's like, oh, hey. And then she does, like, the triple look again. She's like, you got rid of the mustache.
Yeah.
And he's like, yes, I did it for you. And then she's like, oh, thank you so much. You're the best husband ever. And he's like, anything for you, my darling. And then they just, like, put their arms around each other, get in the fucking PT Cruise or whatever they're driving.
Yeah.
The station wagon.
I don't think it was a station wagon that they had.
I don't know. Whatever. Who
knows? Like, I don't think we ever actually saw their car.
No, it cost too much. What is a Studebaker? Is that something?
I think that was totally far from, like, Mr. Ed that they like were sponsored by.
The Studebaker. Mm-hmm. I feel like the Studebaker was featured in Dennis the Menace too for some reason.
Well, same world, same universe. Dennis the Menace and Donna Reed were neighbors.
You told me that, and I don't believe it. I cannot believe it.
He was on an episode. So was Lassie.
What?
Yes.
I know about Lassie, but Dennis the Menace was on an episode? Why didn't we do that one?
I don't know. Probably couldn't find it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We need to stop recording and just go back and do that one.
Yeah. I'm not doing this.
Let's start all over.
Don't make me walk out. You don't have Steven to banter with if I walk out.
I will just, I don't know, I'll sing a song.
You'll sing a song. The cat threw a hissy fit.
I'll dress up like Cher and, I don't know, strut across the screen. Special guest star, Emma Samms.
Cat had her diva moment.
Again.
Because I'm such a diva.
Speaking of divas, I think, I don't know, I really want to try to strong arm this into you, because I'm sure by the time this episode airs, it will have already been on, but Feud.
Yes.
The Joan and Bet series, I think we should do a special featurette, a mini bar episode.
Okay.
And we discuss the infamous Ryan Murphy Slurpee show, Feud.
Wouldn't the infamous Ryan Murphy Slurpee show be Glee?
I don't know. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Everybody had slushies thrown at them on that damn show.
I was thinking a Slurpee as a gathering of a bunch of different flavors, and that's what all of his series are.
Okay.
A bunch of flavors mixed into a cup of icy goodness.
This just sounds so wrong.
So I'm thinking you're not up for it.
We can discuss it.
Okay.
That's more than you thought you were going to get, huh?
That is more than I thought I was going to get. All right, so what are we doing next week? What is the next fine episode we are dipping into?
Why do you ask me? You know I never know.
There was one time you knew, and I just feel like...
There was one time. One damn time I knew what we were doing then. I don't know where anything is. Everything keeps getting rearranged.
Next week, we are going to go back into more modern times. Things are going to get a little bit supernatural, though, because we are going to do the 2-part series premiere of USA Network's The 4400.
Yes! Yes!
I loved the look on your face as I was explaining it, because I was trying to see how long it can go until it finally clicked in your mind.
I'm all like, what the hell are we doing?
Are we doing supernatural? What?
I'm like, I don't remember. I'm like, did I go to do Roswell or something?
So this is a show, it's not about aliens, it's about time travelers, maybe?
Yeah, there's time travel.
Okay, they're not aliens, though, right?
They're not aliens.
At one point in time, there was a question they might have been aliens, though?
Yes.
Okay.
There is a question, because nobody knows what's going on.
Okay, but they're not aliens, so we'll just throw that out there.
Yeah, they're not aliens.
So we're going to do the first few episodes. We're not going to break it up like we did with Magnum PI. We're going to just go in, and we're just going to gung-ho it and jump out.
Yeah. The 4400.
It's on Netflix, I think, or Hulu, one of those two.
Yes.
One of the two mainstays.
Netflix.
Yeah, and join us and watch the skies.
Bye.